cool. Where is the music? There it is. Wait a minute. Maybe I can just check right here. Test. Wait a minute. All right, cool. Maybe I can just check right here. Test. All right, cool. Cool. This song's kind of weird. This one's kind of weird too. All right. Only got an hour or so. The goal is clean up the collisions between the... Sorry, this music's a bit loud to my ears. Clean up the collisions on the bus to the enemies. And then if I have time, try to fix the enemy AI, because if I go too far, like north, south, east, or west, they like don't really follow me. So I need to figure that out. Let's just see. It's been a while since I've even opened up Unity, so I need to see where I was. Okay. I don't know. Oh yeah, the enemies are chasing me. Okay. So he's coming after me. I feel like if I get far enough away, he's gonna stop. Let's let the... Oh. So there's another bug that I need to work on, which is when I get out of the bus, the camera doesn't zoom back in on the flare. So right now when I open up the door, it stays zoomed out. But this is actually good for testing this bug because the enemies are coming at me. But I think if I get far enough away, they just like won't keep following me. Yeah, see the yellow one, he just stopped right there. Let's see about this red one. Yeah, they just like stop. I don't get why they stop. So I need to like look at some of the parameters and see why they're doing that. Because this could be like an easy way to cheat. If you just run far enough away. Anyway, let's kill these guys. Pow, 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 pow. I want to kill them with a bus. Get out here, man. Sometimes they get into the bus with me. Okay, good. All right. You're done, son. Pow! I don't know why, but it's super satisfying to kill them with the bus. Well, it looks like they're all dead. Okay. I want to see what's happening with their code. I've got a seeker script on them. I don't think that's messing anything up. Maybe it's the destination setter. Huh. Let me just run it real quick. I just want to see what's happening during the gameplay. Alright, let's pause. So here we have the red guy. So he's got a target. That's good. That makes sense. Okay. Let's keep playing. So I'm far away. Okay. So they all have a target. Yeah. So why are they not coming for me? Yeah, it's like maybe it's the bounds of the spawner that isn't allowing them to come out. Because I have the spawner just like a rectangle and they get spawned randomly within that rectangle. So if I leave that rectangle, maybe they just don't move there. It's very weird. So I'm gonna do a spawn and make the number just 1. It's gonna spawn a single enemy. And I'll do a little testing and see where he stops chasing me. So while the enemy count is less than 1, spawn. And so this is the range. These are the X and Y, minus 29X, 27Y, 21X, 17. Oh no, sorry. The X position is in between minus 29 and 27. And then the Y position is in between 21 and 17. So I wonder if this has anything to do. It shouldn't though, because they run off the A-Star pathfinding script. And they use the seeker script. So this spawn parameter, these parameters shouldn't affect where they run to. Let's see what happens when a single guy comes chasing me. There he is. He's coming. He's coming. Wait a minute. There we go. These are some of the little gizmos. So I can see his current path. We can see my ray tracer. We can see his ray tracer. Right now he's got his ray tracer locked. If he gets close enough, he'll fire and could hit me. Wait a minute, look at this. You see this blue? There we go. I think I just figured it out. All these blue areas on this grid are places where the enemy is able to walk. So you see, here, let me just pause it. Well, let me pause it. These green areas right here are basically walls that the Pathfinder is not going to let the enemy walk through, because this is a fence right here, so I didn't want them to be able to walk over the fence. So it creates a barrier. I don't know why. Maybe I need to set the bounds in the seeker script, or maybe I just need to tag this part down here, this green part, and make that also walkable. And then that should allow the enemies to walk on that. Okay. Well, I'm glad that it seemed like it'll be a pretty easy fix. I remember when I first made this little map area, I had to say that these parts are walkable, but then when I expanded out the map a little bit more, I didn't do that. So that's why. So if I walk up far enough up here, I don't think he's not gonna cross. It's like he's hitting a wall. See? He stopped. And he can't follow me anymore. That should be an easy fix though. Thank God. Thank God. Alright. I forget how to do that though. It was a long time ago when I did that. Man, how did I do that? I think you have to like tell A-Star. You have to tell A-Star what's walkable and what's not. And how do you do that? Graph coloring, solid color, colors. Tag names, basic, ground. Where is it? Oh, let's get a little bit of music going. This one's called Schizo on the YouTube library. Oh, okay. This is probably the bounds. All right. So yeah, I think that if I increase these numbers, the width and depth, it'll expand that box out so they can chase me farther. I'll have to think about how I want to implement that in the game. I'm still trying to decide about if I want the player to be able to get out of the fence during the gunfights, because I would like the enemies to drop things that you can pick up, like health or ammo or little things, but I wouldn't want the player to be able to run out and then run out of bounds, past where the enemies can run to. I'm sure players could figure that out if they experimented. So maybe I would just have to create another bounding box for the player. Maybe I could just make it trees or something that he can't go out of or something like that. I mean, this game takes place on a mountaintop, so maybe I could try to incorporate that into just the ground design, so that there's a steep edge that the player can't go off of. And maybe if he goes off of it, you fall to your death or something. Anyway, I'm just gonna increase the width and depth and see if that works. I'll just double it. 100 by 70. Now let's see what that looks like. I don't know why it's not showing up in the scene. Why is Pathfinder not showing up? Maybe it can only show up when it's active. I guess I can just push play. Oh wow, that's an interesting bug. So it looks like, oops, this is where the bus is. For some reason, maybe I need to tag the bus in a different way because it's appearing as if it's a wall, but the bus is moving, so when the bus moves, they should be able to walk here. So that's another bug I'll need to work on. It's probably just simple as changing the tag of the bus, something like that. This looks like, yes, that's what, these numbers are what controls how far they can go. So I'll just have to figure out how far I want the player to be able to go out during gunfights. I'll just keep these numbers like this though, so that you're pretty far away. You're pretty far away from the fence. Well, that's pretty much figured out. That was an easy bug. Thank God. Thank God. And then I can fine tune it later. Now, let's see, what was the other bug that I said needed fixed? The killing of enemies. Yeah, this thing, maybe I can do 3 tonight. We'll see though. Let's turn these gizmos off. I want to analyze how the collisions are happening because I feel like it looks a bit strange. Where is he? Is he not coming? Oh no, he's just real slow. Because I feel like they're dying before the bumper actually hits. Let's see. Yeah, he gets hit before the actual bumper of the bus hits him. So I could just move the box collider back. Pow! Pow! Oh, missed him. I missed him. Pow! Yeah, let me try fixing that box collider. Pow! Alright, I want to try the back bumper. Oh, need to try the back bumper. Pow! That one doesn't look too bad. Pow! I don't know why I always say pow when I hit him. It's just so fun. Whoops. Alright, let's see what happens when... Whoops. When I change the box collider size. Wait, why is it... I just want to be on the bus. There we go. Next song on the YouTube playlist, Klondike by Audio Hurts. Front bumper. Maybe if I just move the box collider back to... See, if I move it back too far though, then the polygon collider is going to collide with the enemy, which means that the box collider may not touch the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a polygon collider on the bus that extends all the way out to here at the edge of this yellow bumper area. And so if the box collider is too far back, then the box collider is never going to touch anything. Let's see if that's actually the case. That's my theory. All right, here we go. Let's see if it worked. Yep. So it doesn't register. Pow! Oh, that one did. It's because the corner of the collider is barely poking out. So if that corner hits him, maybe what I can do is push this. Maybe I'll just bring the polygon collider back a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Though that could lead to some weird things because, let's see, bus. Where's the collider? So this polygon collider comes all the way out here. So when the bus isn't moving, the rigid body is static. And so when you run into it, because before when I had it at kinematic, my player would run into the bus and the bus would move. So when it's idle and there's nobody in it, I set it to static and then it doesn't move. But if I move the box collider back to like right at this corner, if I move the collider back there and it's static, I feel like my player is going to be able to walk through this front area. Let's just see if that's true. So now the polygon collider is only about like where the engine is. So I feel like my player is going to be able to walk right here where the bumper is. Yeah, he goes underneath it. I might be able to fix this though. It's going to be kind of like Frankensteining this bus a little bit. All right. So what I might do is on this little child object of the front bumper, it already has a box collider, which extends. Hold on, I need to think through this for a little bit. You know what I could do? So what I think I'll do is, because on the main parent object, I've got my polygon collider, which extends out to these corners right here, from this corner to this corner. Now I'm feeling a bit OCD. I just want to go from this corner. I think I can delete this, right? I thought you could delete points. I forget how to delete points. I wanted it to be a straight line, but I will just make it like that. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is on the front bumper, I'm going to attach another polygon collider that is only active when the bus is not moving, so that you're not able to walk through the piece of art. But then when you are driving, the polygon collider becomes inactive, and only the box collider is active, so that basically the bus will slightly run over the enemy. There's not going to be a collision detected. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let's put a polygon collider. Polygon collider. Where is it? ¿Dónde está el polygon collider? Perfect. 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 Here it is. So I'll put it right here. Do a rough outline. Put that there. Put that there. It would be cool if you could do some Bezier curves like you can in Photoshop, because this curved surface needs to go around it. It's not bad though. And then there, let's stretch that. Stretch. There we go. It's not bad. Put that there. Move that here. Maybe I'll make them overlap a little bit, just so there's no weird way you could get stuck in there between the two colliders. Okay, I feel like this can be deactivated pretty easily just within my bus script. Box collider, where's the box collider at? So the box collider is back here. It doesn't really need to be this big, it could just be like that big. Let's check out what's going on in the bus controller. Okay, so yeah, if you can drive, it's at this moment when I want I'm just seeing what, it's been a little while since I looked at this code. Oh yeah, I put separate scripts. Okay. So on the front bumper, if it detects a collision between and it's tagged as enemy. Okay, cool. Then it'll kill the enemy. Where is the bus controller? There it is. So when the bus is able to accelerate, when the player gets in, I want it to turn off the polygon collider. Let me just make sure that this collider is stopping the player from walking through it. Alright, so, nope, it's still there. I probably need to put a rigid body on the bumper. Rigid body 2D. Let's set it to static. And I think that should allow is that doing that? All right. All right. So I put a rigid body on this object. Attached body. Maybe the attached body. Front bumper. Maybe I just need to save and compile. Let's get next song. Self-Portrait. Actually, I'll move on to the next one. Hasta la Vista by Cosmic. Okay, why is this not working the way that I want it to? Whoops. Used by effector. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't think I've ever used an effector yet. Huh. This is very strange. Wait a minute. Save. And get out of here. I wonder why that's not working. Let me turn the spawner off so that I can just think about this for a second. Okay, so I'm here. There is a collider right there. Wait a minute. That's why. It's because my front bumper is inactive. I forgot. Because, okay, I can fix this now. I think. Right now the bumper is inactive because it was acting as the collision detection, and if it detected a collision between itself and the enemy, it would kill the enemy. So that led to the bus being stationary. I'm not even driving it, and the enemy would walk up and touch the front of the bus and it would die immediately because there was a collision detected. So I had it set to be turned off if the bus was stationary, and it only turns on when you're going at a certain speed. That way you have to be moving in order to be able to kill the enemy. So now that I have a different problem that I'm trying to solve, I think I'll have to tweak some things and figure this out. So maybe what I'll do is, that's what I'm going to do. No, I got to think for a second. I think what I'll do is turn this off on start when the bus is inactive or when the bus is stationary. But then I'll basically turn this box collider on, but turn the polygon collider off when I reach a certain speed. I don't know though. I'll have to do some testing. I can foresee some moments when you're driving the bus and you run into something that's not an enemy. So I feel like whatever you run into is going to pass through the piece of artwork. So I still need there to be some sort of barrier right here. I wish I might need to make another separate game object. One that's the actual physical bumper. Huh. Okay. Well, I will do a quick thing that I think will work. Then I'm going to see what is wrong with it, because I'm sure there's going to be something wrong with the way that I do it. Bus controller, there you are. So the front bumper, let's just make it true. Let's make it active. And the back bumper. And the back bumper, this is the collision detection. Where's the collider? There it is. I would need to move the polygon collider back a tad. Let's just focus on the front bumper. So on start it's going to be active, and when it's active the box collider is only right there. But there's also a polygon collider. Okay, so when I'm driving, I would like to be able to keep this polygon collider that's up here active. I would like to keep it engaged so that, like, if you run into the fence, it's the very tip of the bus that hits the fence and not back here where the other polygon collider begins. So maybe I can try to detect when you run into an enemy, it can disable this so that the enemy is able to basically be crushed by the bus, trigger that box collider that is right here, and then kill the enemy. Because the way that I have it set up now, front bumper is active, And then I'm sure if I'm driving, I could set the front bumper. I'm just going to see how this is. So front bumper dot polygon collider dot, maybe I need to get component. Man. Get component front bumper dot polygon. Oh no. Polygon. Wait a minute, I have those as game objects. I already have them as game objects. So front bumper dot get component polygon collider 2D. So do I do like is active and enabled equals false? It's read only. No. I haven't done this in a little while, so I can't remember exactly how to I want to be able to turn off. Okay, so it would be dot enabled. There we go. Dot enabled equals false. So when this happens, I feel like things that I run into are going to be able to pass through here up until it hits these two corners. Then the polygon collider of the rest of the bus is going to stop the bus. Let's see now. Right here, the polygon collider. Look at that, it worked. So now I can't run through the front of the bus because now it's active. Let's get in and see this check mark go off. Okay. Now, what if I drive at something? Yep. So this, whatever you want to call it, this corner of the fence is underneath the bumper basically. And so it's okay if it's for this fence. Actually, no, it's not, because the bumper is pretty low. So if this were a tree, I would be halfway through the trunk of it. So maybe what I want to do is, I don't know if I want to do that, but what I could do is keep the polygon collider active, but if it collides with an enemy, then it could be set to inactive, which would allow the enemy to pass through it, and then the enemy could hit that box collider that's right behind the bumper, and then they could get killed. So I wouldn't want to check this on update. So maybe what I can do is something different. We're going to try something a little different. so I have to keep them for now. I'm going to keep them active. And then the front bumper, here, let's get a little bit of music going. This one's called A Saint, Said by Said. So let's see, on collision, enter 2D. Is there something for like on polygon collision? On collision, enter 2D, polygon collider 2D, polygon collider 2D. Okay. So, did I do that? Let's keep these, keep the bumper active. I just want to make sure, I just want to see what I've done with this. Bumper, 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 bumper. So it's active, active. Okay, good. So now in the front bumper, if collision with dot collider. Oh. Dot. No, I don't want overlap collider. I don't even know. I've never used that before. If polygon collider 2D collider dot tag. So I'll do basically what I did underneath. Equals equals enemy. Component dot collider. Use get component collider instead. What? Get component polygon collider 2D. Dot. Oh no, that's not going to work. I'm basically trying to do exactly, but it's saying that I can't do that. That's strange, because it lets me do it for that one, but you can't do it for the... Wait a minute. If, yeah, that. dot collider, go away, dot tag. It says component dot collider is obsolete, but it lets me do it down here. Why is that happening? Maybe it doesn't allow for you to check collisions with the polygon collider. You see this method is blue, but up here it's yellow. So wait, it's saying I have to use get component collider instead? What are you talking about, man? Get component polygon collider 2D. I'm just going to make sure that it's even detecting collisions. Debug.log sun polygon collision sun so when I knock something with that front bumper, it should spit out some stuff. Let's clear this console. Pow! No, clear it. Wait, clear it. There we go. Play. Back it up. Pow! Huh. Why is the front bumper getting inactive again? Oh, okay. That's good. That's what I want, I guess. Sort of. I'll have to fix that. But if I set them to false while you're still in it, it will... Yeah, I think I'll have to come at this problem in a different way. I have somewhat of an idea, but I don't think I can get it done right now. Excuse me. Yeah, for some reason you can't use on collision. Can't use on collision Ender 2D with polygon colliders. That's really strange. Is that true? Let's see what other people have encountered. Collider 2D. I don't want it to be a... I don't want it to be that. Huh. Invisible shape. Rough approximation. It's just... Polygon. Huh. Very odd. Very odd. I can see touching layers. I can see if it's touching layers. I wanted it to be in the, like on collision enter 2D, because I don't want it. I don't want to check for it in the if statement. Yeah, but for some reason, on collision enter no. Shouldn't it be 2D? On collision enter 2D. Polygon collide. Oh, I think I see why. I think I can see why now. Polygon Collider 2D, Polygon Collider. So right, this is what I was trying to do before. I was basically trying to do this. Put it here. And I want it to be this variable. But it says it's obsolete. Property collider has been deprecated. What if I just say on collision enter? Let's just try that. Does that do anything? No. Okay. I'll have to revisit this. Yep, so I'll have to fix that. However, in the meantime, where is the enemy spawner? Let's turn that on. I want to see how it looks when I run them over. Because in theory, it should look pretty good. Oh, wow. Pow! Oh, the box collider didn't hit him. Front bumper, polygon collider. Maybe I just need to stretch that box collider just a little bit more. Just a little more. Huh. It's like detecting a collision right now. Super weird. Huh, the box collider's not working. Weird. Well, I'll have to pick this up tomorrow. At least we got one bug fixed. That was an easy one. This one, a little more complicated, at least for me.